don't know, why is that all messed up? Alright, we're live anyway. I bet MuxieBot is being a piece of crap, so let me tweet manually. Alright. Sir Tap Tap here, streaming from my comfy couch for once. What day is it? 11 o'clock. Alright, I can go get some stuff. Did MuxieBot do the thing? MuxieBot, please. There we go. Stupid MuxieBot. I need to disconnect and reconnect that, I think. Alright. I think we're good. Yeah. Alright. So, I played a little bit offline, and I figured I would just do a little bit. I actually upgraded my internet, so now I have 200 megabits per second down, though I'm not currently getting that. One piece of my hardware must not support that along the line. That's not really the big deal, though. The big deal is 25 megabits per second down, and I actually get 30 down, usually, which is like 10 times what I need to do the stream. But hopefully that should mean less interruptions, possibly. I'm not entirely sure it'll translate to that exactly, but that's the dream. Hashtag the dream. Oh, crap. Also, I learned that every time you travel through one of these things, it's 1 hour. I always felt like it had to be advancing the clock, and it in fact does. So yeah, I knew I would just cancel there because I wasn't going to reach it. Lots of technical issues today, but also good. I have to pay a little bit more, obviously, but just $10 more a month, and I get double up and down speed, so I'm okay with that. Anyway, it's Egg Festival today in Harvest Moon. And yes, we are going to that festival. So the Egg Festival is a fall thing, and it's actually very important, so I should probably do a save scum here. And this isn't really even a case of like save states being save scummy. You can just, reset the game and use your diary anyway, so it's not really maximum over cheating. Stupid chick. Twitch, are you being weird, Twitch? So, the problem right now, I can't tell. So OBS is all fucked up if you have high DPI, which is great. I can't tell if I'm dropping frames, but I think I'm live. Oh yeah, Twitch has a stream health thing that looks okay, I guess. I'm testing a new setup where I can stream from my couch, which is partly because of my fancy boom arm thing. I might sound a little different because of it, because, anytime you change anything audio-wise, it can be a little different. But I did a little test, and it didn't sound too bad. I'm not sure if I'm in the exact optimal position. But I just figured this could be nice, because I could just do a little more relaxed. Stream from the couch. Just do whatever. And 4 of my cows are now fully grown. So that's cool. And I think I have just enough grass for 7 animals. So I think if I sell a chicken, I can get 7 cows. And then I can get a new chicken from an incubated egg. And that's the best I can do for a while. Cow, please. Okay. Milking is an extremely difficult procedure, you see. It's very precise, and it fails a lot. Cows are kind of a pain in the butt to operate with in this game. Excuse? I could swear I only got 3 milks, right? They move around all of the time, so it's hard to tell who you've milked and who you haven't. Okay, I must have gotten my milk then, I guess. I can't even tell. Yeah, but like I mentioned last time, you don't have to feed the calves at all. Most people don't believe you when you say that, but it's true. It's the same for chicks. Hey, Parky. Yes, hello. He really liked the Mediacom guy. He was like, that's the loudest cat I've ever heard. He was just meowing and circling him and demanding to be petted by me and by the Medicom guy, and he was just very, very happy all around. Can you say hi? He's usually very quiet. But when he needs attention, he's loud. Hi, Yoshi. So I guess we've done all we need to, and now we can go to, So, I don't remember exactly what you get, but there's 2 unique prizes for the Egg Festival. And just gonna do a little save scum here, actually, so I don't have to redo that. One of them is an item inside your house, like a lucky charm. I don't think it actually does anything. But I think one of them is a power berry. I forget which one is which, but there's only 2 chances to do the festival, so you have to do it right both times if you want quote-unquote perfect. Seed of the rare flower. She's just always talking about flowers. Thanks, wife. I kind of hate that your wife just gets generic wife clothes. But I mean, this is the 90s, which is basically, you know, medieval Europe. Is the prize juice? Juice! Obviously, this man enjoys his juice. Like I said, he's Buster. He actually does just drink juice, but he somehow gets drunk off of it. Alright, so yeah, this is just a standard egg hunt. The rule is simple. The first person that finds the same colored egg as I show wins the game. May I begin now? Yes. Okay. First one is this. Okay, so we need a lavender egg. No one else finds eggs. They are all incredibly incompetent. The position of the eggs is random, I think. Not this. Shortcut. Useless shortcut. Look at them go. They just pace back and forth. They're great at eggs. Not that one. So its position is totally random, but as long as you're quick, I think you can pretty much always get it. Oh. Bingo, you are correct. Next is... What? I can't see! Okay, never mind. I thought this was fair. Perhaps it is not. Pink. Okay, I guess they do find the eggs. It's been a long time. Wait, pink. Pink, 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 pink. Pink was here. Wait, what? No, pink must be the last one I got. Wait, what? Not this. Huh? Did I could have swore I got a pink. Maybe they changed places. Okay, this is significantly harder than I thought it was. Green. Well, that's why I made the save state. Huh. Oh, hey. Well, we got one. Them blocking the... Oh my god, get out of the way. That is kind of infuriating that they block the sides. Here's the egg. Yes, that's the same color. You get 1 point. Next is this one. Red. That was over on the right. I think you get a berry, a power tree berry, if you get this right the first year, and then you get the house charm. Which, as far as we can tell, doesn't do anything, but I still want it. Yes, that's the same color. You get 1 point. Next one is blue. That was this one, right? I think. Okay. We're still good. I don't remember how many points you need, but I'm pretty sure we're going to win. Okay, the game's over. Okay. So I got 3 points to whoever else's 2 points. The winner of this game's here is Mr. Tap. I always forget I named myself with a heart. You see your name very rarely in this game. Oh, by the way, fun little note. Oh, my wife is in lesbians with this girl. Hello. It's not a seed of a flower. Who said that? She's got puff puff. Don't speak to me, please. My wife is mad that we still get the prize, you know? I don't even know what I get. Oh, right, it's that. Wait, so what do you get the next year? We get a weird turtle thing. Obviously, everyone wants a weird turtle thing. Don't you want a weird turtle thing? Everybody is all about... Hold up. Am I not getting... Is my desktop audio not coming through? Hold on, my stupid audio thing. Is that... Oh, god damn it. I thought this was going to be easy. Maybe it is not. Speakers. Okay. Why did nobody say the audio was weird? Whatever. Hello, wifey. What? I love how she got mad at the... Oh, whatever. She's competitive, that's fine. Surprise for the Egg Festival, it's a charm to protect from disasters, they say. This does not seem to actually work. Like, there's a theory that it reduces how many hurricanes you get, which would make total sense. But as far as we can tell, it does not. But it's kind of hard to say. Is this grass ready to cut? I can't tell. Hey, James. I think everything is streaming fine now. Anytime I try anything new, it's expected that everything is to go wrong. Actually, things were going wrong before I started streaming. The Wii U was only outputting... Oh, hey, we've got 5 adult cows now. I think they take 21 days, so just a bit less than a month to become full size. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. The Wii U was not outputting the right channel for some reason. I rebooted the Wii U and I unplugged and replugged all my HDMI stuff, which is a lot of things, and it seems to be working now. So is my audio mix okay? Are you hearing me, James? Don't make me paranoid. Anytime something is different, I just expect everything to go wrong, and it usually does, so valid. This is why I like the sheep in Harvest Moon 64. You can tell when you've sheared the sheep. The cows, not so much. Excuse you! Don't transmute into the other cow's existence. I'm pretty sure one of these cows is unmilked. I hate cows. And once you bump them, they like walk to the other side of the pen. Alright, cool. We're working then. Alright, I'm just gonna do it like this. The cows reset positions, fortunately. When you, re-enter. I should probably count how many things I get. That doesn't feel like 5, though. Oh, whatever. Yeah, we'll start losing a fair amount of grass here, but I have like 400 saved up, so it's not really a big deal. So we got 30 days times 6. So, yeah, we'll use less than 200. We've got, yeah, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. Why are you so slow? I am outraged at this chick. Alright, so we're pretty much done with fall. And winter is actually, there's even less to do in poor winter. It's kind of a dead season. But it lets you, I don't know. There is 2 festivals in winter though, so that's nice. There's the Thanksgiving, which is basically Valentine's Day and not at all Thanksgiving. And then there's like the Starlight Festival or something, which is basically just go with your wife to the mountains. And that's just all you do. That's actually the only festival where your wife gets mad if you dance with somebody else. If you go with anybody else, your wife loses 30 happiness points. In any other festival, you can actually dance. You can totally flirt with any of the other girls. Your wife does not give a single crap about anything. It's pretty great, actually. Yeah, we only have 3 of these things left to go. I think 1 or 2 is from a festival. One of them I need an earthquake to happen, which I think happens in winter. Which we'll be getting winter real quick here. Oh, also, you can get infinite food from your wife. I never noticed this as a kid. But if it's past 3 o'clock, you can just talk to her over and over and you get infinite food and infinite stamina from her. Not that you... Well, it's not super useful, but it can save you a trip to the hot springs, which is nice. So how's everybody's Sunday going? I went and got like a crap ton of food because my freezer was pretty much empty. So I actually filled my freezer to the point where I had to majorly rearrange to actually even fit anything. So that should not be an issue for several weeks again. I did that thing where you don't go shopping hungry, except if you're me. Because then I forget, if I'm not hungry, I forget all the stuff that I want. And so I get like half of the things I want, so it's balance. Oh, you can give people poison mushrooms and stuff, by the way. They get insulted. You can't actually poison them. But this isn't quite, you know, Elder Scrolls, where you can murder everybody. I heard you can poison in one of the games. I don't know if that's true or not, though. Alright. Actually, I think I can buy a cow. Well, I can't now. Let's go get infinite dinner from our amazing infinite dinner making wife. Watch this. She has infinite fish. I don't know why fish, but she just has a billion fish. She keeps them all under her dress or something. I don't know. I don't ask questions. These actually do heal your stamina too. It's not just cosmetic. Oh yeah, Splatoon came out yesterday, didn't it? Oh, also talking to your wife apparently does not affect happiness, so I've stopped doing that. This game is really weird in how things work. It's actually really easy. It's way easier to, Stupid chicken? Hey, son. It's actually way easier to, raise happiness of people that you have not married. So, the guide I was reading actually recommends that you get them to 10 hearts before you marry them, especially if you aren't going to sleep in bed with them, because if you go to bed with them, that prevents you from doing the 6 p.m. thing where there's infinite time. But in fall and winter, I don't really need to exploit that, so it doesn't matter. Alright, I'm gonna count this time. Also, they just give small milk. Oh, wow. They give small milk for the first few days, but they go to medium milk almost immediately if you've treated them right. And eventually you get large milk, which is like, I want to say like 300 or something. It's expensive. And so you can get like a full crop's worth of money from your cows eventually, every day, without... Eventually cows basically become the best moneymaker, which is kind of the reason they cost so much. This shouldn't be a big surprise, but... So that's the small milk, and the other one we got with the 2 labels is big milk, or medium milk. And the big milk was like a huge jug. If I read it right, you got an internet upgrade, so to speak. Yeah, I got 200 down, 30 meg up, or 25 meg up, but it's, when I do a speed test, it's 30. But, somewhere along the line, I must have a 100 megabit Ethernet cable, because I only get 100 down right now, but I only got it for the up, so it doesn't really matter to me. At least not now. I'll do a test later on and see what exactly is causing that, but the up speed, I could use, if I had a gigabyte up, not even a gigabit, a gigabyte up, I could use it, because I upload very large things to YouTube very frequently. And this is technically overkill for streaming, but since I keep having frame drops and the network keeps getting crunched, I don't know if this will reduce that. That's my hope. But even if it only helps with YouTube, it'll still be worth it. I think I'll keep this sickle out because I'll probably need to grow stuff tomorrow. So I guess my goal is to just get every ending possible. I can't get the Bachelor endings, obviously, because I'm married. But I should be on track to get all of the other endings if I think all I need is to make sure I have tons of chickens and I plant all the different vegetables. Just kind of rushing through fall so I can get to winter. We get some good stuff happens in winter first. Oh. First in winter, we get our horse, finally. Then we get a power tree berry from the summit. And, what else do we get? The earthquake happens. We can finally get the golden axe. The golden axe is nearly useless at this point, but if I wanted to make a bunch of fence pieces, I could, thanks to that. So how are people liking Splatoon 2? Like I said, I'm gonna... Oh, that was a waste. I'm probably gonna pass on it myself, unless it becomes cheap, which it won't. Because I'd only ever play the single player. And I know people say the single player is really good, but I just... It feels stupid to buy, especially at that price. I'd buy the single player for like 20, 30 bucks. But I don't want to play 60 and get, you know, not play the main mode of the game. That just feels dumb. I am really tempted to get Titanfall 2, though. I watched a speedrun of that at SGDQ, this year's one, and I was actually really impressed. That was really cool, both as a speedrun and just as, like, it looked really good. I wasn't really expecting that, because, like, they omitted it entirely from the first game. So I figured, you know, it'd be kind of a half-assed one, right? Because, you know, they just implemented it because, oh, everybody complained, so we gotta tack on a single player. But no, they did a really good job. I just telepathically milked that cow. Don't concern yourself over that. Salmon Run is intense. What is Salmon Run? Is that the capture the flag mode? It's weirding me out how half of the instruments are on the left and half are on the right. Is that like a quirk of the of the SNES sound chip or something? Because a lot of tracks in this game are like that. Yeah, I only ever played the test fire of Splatoon 1. I mean, it seemed good for what it is, but if you don't play competitive, it just doesn't seem like you'd enjoy it a lot. Hello, Doggo. Poor Doggo is entirely worthless in this game. In fact, I think you can just take Doggo and just place him wherever. Maybe I'm thinking of 64. In 64, you can leave the dog in a room that you can't get back into, and he just stays there for eternity. I'm not sure if this game is the same, but let's just leave the Doggo in town. Here you go, dog. This is your home now. This is your home. I've heard a lot of SNES tracks that have far better mixing. I don't know, maybe it's intentional, maybe they just didn't know what they're doing. I don't know. There's a lot of bugs in this game, so I can't just assume everything is intentional. But, whatever. Oh, right, I never did show, so I guess all of the wives, they all do something when they're on your farm, right? I think Eve makes berry juice. I think one of them does laundry. But Anne's my favorite, and she's always working on her auto harvester. It never actually works. I know. Amazing dialogue, thank you. But every once in a while, she'll get you to press the button, and it just always explodes in your face, comically. Natsume didn't develop this game? Yeah, they have, there's a specific team that always did Harvest Moon, and Natsume no longer has them. But, yeah, Natsume was the publisher. Sad as it is, most names we know in gaming are publishers, not developers. Latest funds. Oh wow, we can buy 2 cows now. Where did I get all that money? I guess from the milk. I was used to getting like $0 and 0 cents per day. Oh right, it's Sunday. Also, I think if you sell stuff to the peddler on Sundays, I think he actually does give you a bit more money. I'm not 100% sure about that. Oh, son, you're a full-sized cow now, by the way. Oh, hey, everybody's a full... Wait. No, there's still one more. Oh, yeah, that's Rad. That's Ramak. I think I got everybody situated. The funny thing is, I don't really think I'll ever need to actually buy or sell crops again with all of this milk. Because there's not really a great amount of stuff to do with your money in this game. I can buy a money tree, which never actually gives you any money. I need to sell at least 200 of every crop, so we'll definitely be doing that for the endings. Otherwise, I'm pretty much good. I think I'll buy all of the cows just for, you know, completeness sake. Must have gotten you. I love when you miss the milking thing and he just like does questionable things to the air. It's concerning. Not you. I've been tempted to go on a Resident Evil kick. I've never played any of the side games. I was looking at the wiki and checking out all the enemies and stuff in the side games. I really like Resident Evil's enemy design. Are any of the side games in the Resident Evil series good though, or are they just like, because you know it is Capcom and they're pretty good at running things into the ground. I don't think I've ever played a Resident Evil side game. Unless you count Code Veronica as a side game. I don't. It's basically... You know, it's... I don't know. It's the other Resident Evil 3, basically, I think is how it's described. I've played Resident Evil 1 through 5. Still haven't played 7. I should probably play 6 at some point. Just... I don't know. To say that I did. Umbrella Corps was terrible. The game and also the company. Oh yeah, I think that's the one that's in that the Capcom Humble Bundle, right? People were saying that was like terrible, but I'm not sure I've even heard of that game before the bundle. I probably have and just forgot about it. I think Revelations. Are Revelations good? Because they made 2 of those. Like, there's a bunch like Dead Aim that I don't think are supposed to be that good. That's just like, I think that's just an on-rails shooter or something that's like just Resident Evil branded. Isn't that right? What does the sign even say? Stable. I like how I labeled my stable, just so I know it's there. I always thought as a kid that like someday you'd be able to expand this like fence thing or something, but no. It's just there. I do like the simplicity of this game in a way, but after playing it for a bit, I do get that itch to. I kind of wish I'd started 64 instead, though I don't know if I have easy access to that. I should see how good Project 64 runs that. It's like I can get it on, though I should see how much the carts cost. I don't know if that's one of those games that's crazy expensive or not. Let me look that up real quick. Harvest, 64, eBay. Resident Evil Survivor is a light game. Yeah, there's at least a couple light gun games. Okay, it looks like it's like 25 bucks. Which, I was hoping for more like, you know, 10 to 20, but that's not horrible. Why am I losing sound in the right ear? Is my Wii U being weird again? Am I just being paranoid, or am I losing sounds in the right ear? I don't know. I blame the Wii U because it sucks. I tried to play my Wii U, so I moved my Wii U back to my my living room, and then I tried to bring the gamepad to bed and play, and no. It's only one room away, and there's only one wall in the way. It is a fairly thick wall, because it's an old house. No. Okay. The fuck? I hate the gamepad. So what's stupid, one of the many stupid things about the Wii U, I should say, if you press the home menu button on the gamepad, you can't close it from from any other controller. I guess that's for like multiplayer games, so like, you know, somebody can't troll you by closing the menu. Well, I don't even know why that would be an issue. But if you accidentally press a button and it goes to a menu, you can't, and you have like a different controller in your hands, you can't do anything. You have to go pick up the gamepad. It's annoying. It's getting quiet. I don't know what that is. I don't... And it's only the Wii U. My PC isn't doing that. I don't know. Maybe something is dying in my Wii U, and honestly, it can just kind of die. It's not a huge loss at this point. I don't really intend to buy any more Wii U games. I in fact refused to buy Zelda. I didn't want to buy Zelda until I had a Switch, which is... I'm getting a Switch tomorrow, by the way. But Forget if I mentioned that last stream. Yeah, I'll get a Switch. I won't have any games on it yet, because I bought the games on Gamers Club Unlocked on Best Buy, but I bought the console from Amazon, so it's actually going to arrive a day before I have any games. But I'm going to get Camino at least, and I think... I'll see if there's any review code offers that are still valid out there for me. I think I'm going to check out Graceful Explosion Machine as well. Yeah, the right ear is almost totally gone. I don't know what that is. That's just the Wii U being stupid. Maybe one of the HDMIs in between it is going bad. HDMI can go bad though, by the way. People love to meme it up and be like, oh, you know, it's a digital signal. It can't be, you know, it doesn't matter what quality. And like, if we're talking like, you know, platinum $500 HDMI cables, yeah, that's a stupid, you know, that's a waste of money, but getting a quality HDMI cable does matter because you can have issues on HDMI. It's not just all or nothing. Doggo is still there, yep. So I was correct with that. Oh, no, ask me a question. So she's in a good spot where this is like, let me show you how you date people in this game. You find somebody either inside or just outside of a building. You talk to them. She has multiple dialogue options, which is annoying. Eventually she'll ask a question. Yeah, do you like sweets? And you just answer affirmatively, and you get love points. And you just go back in, go back out, talk to them until you get the question again. And they just love you because you've answered the same question 500 times. Exactly like dating in real life. You just answer the same question 500 times. Love, it's a beautiful thing. For some reason, I think my earbuds are backwards. They're usually, like, asynchronous somehow. Like, usually they'll have, like, one cord is shorter or whatever. If you're hearing the music only in your right ear, your earbuds are, in fact, backwards. Sell a chicken. Alright, so once I sell this, wait. Do I want to sell this chicken? Oh wait, no, because they don't have an egg. I'm just going to leave that dog in town. He's the town's dog now. He's no longer my responsibility. I still can't believe you have to hug the frickin' dog 100 times. I also love how he says, if you want to sell cows again, they just didn't program it to check whether you're selling cows or chickens. Oh, by the way, you get a power berry for, once in a while when you're selling a chicken. I think it has to be in fall, maybe. At least that's when it happened to me. When you're selling a chicken, sometimes this peddler with a huge, like, burglar sack with a $sign on it comes, and he offers you a rare berry, and so you sell your chicken for a power berry, which is a very good deal, and you should take, by the way. And I didn't think you can play RE Outbreak anymore. Wait, what's Outbreak? Oh yeah, there's a bunch of weird online ones, weren't there? Resident Evil is a strange and varied series. I guess it's telling that nobody can tell me if there are any good ones of the side games. There was also that Mercenaries 3D game. Was that any good? I do like the Mercenaries mode. Yeah, right speaker is totally dead now. I don't know what that is. Freaking weird. And I can't tell him. I can't see if I dropped for So what I'm doing today, if anybody missed it, I'm streaming from my couch, so I'm looking at the display on my laptop while my desktop does the streaming. And because of high DPI, OBS is not designed for high DPI. So half of the menu stuff is like cut off, and I can't tell. Like the dropped frames thing is just gone. If I was thinking of it in advance, I think you can just disable high DPI, it would probably be fine. But, oh well. Mercenaries mode from 4 and 5 except its own game, you can't new game it. Chronicles a rail shooter. Yeah, there's several rail shooters, aren't there? Which I guess is reasonable-ish. Even Silent Hill got a rail shooter arcade game. Which which is weird. And it sounds like it's like oddly faithful too. It has a UFO ending. It has Pyramid Head. I think it even has some lore in it, which is so weird. I don't know. I think that's only in arcades. But I'm actually more interested in playing the Silent Hill rail shooter than I am in playing Resident Evil or Silent Hill 5 through, what are we at, 7? Whatever. I don't even remember their stupid names. Downpour and all that crap. Like, I don't think any of them were worth playing, right? No, brushies. Accept the brushies. There you go. You can tell if they accept the brushies because their eyes turn into half circles. They're the most anime cows ever. They need senpai to give them brushies. Speaking of brushies, Parker is the weirdest. He loves getting brushed, but he attacks the brush, and sometimes he like wants his fur back. He just like attempts to eat it or bond with the fur, and he's just very difficult to brush in general. So the rail shooters side games that are in the DS. Oh, the rail shooters are definitely side games. There's no main rail shooters. The main Resident Evils are really only the numbered ones in Code Veronica. I don't know why they decided to not call Code Veronica like Resident Evil 4, but oh well. I think that grass is ready to cut. Wait. No, it's not. It's so hard to tell in frickin' fall. This poor right speaker, it's such a sorry sight. Resident Evil Revelations looks decent. Oh yeah, Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 I think looked good. Oh, this is... She's never told me she's pregnant, by the way. She just asked me for a baby name one day. So, she is pregnant, apparently. It takes 20 days to get your first tiny bab, I think. So we will eventually be a daddo. PS3 and PS4. Oh yeah, that was weird. It was like originally a 3DS game, then it got ported to PS4 and so on. Wait, did I forget to feed you? Oh crap. So my plan was, I want to have 7 cows, but to do that I have to sell my chicken. So my secret evil scheme was I was gonna sell the chicken while having an egg in the place in here. So I can sell the chicken, buy a cow, then I'll have 7 cows, and I'll have the max, so to speak, animals. And then I hatch the egg, and now I have more than the max. Ideally, I would just buy more grass, because I have the money to do so. But I can't buy grass in fall for some reason, because this game is kind of silly. But as soon as spring rolls around, I'll be able to get enough grass for everything forever. So much grass. More grass than your body has room for. I think 3 was supposed to be a side game, while Code Veronica was going to be 3. Yeah, I heard something about that. I wasn't sure, because it makes sense because, I mean, Code Veronica is the new platform. You know, it's the next gen and so on. And whereas Resident Evil 3, as good as it is kind of Resident Evil 2.5. I think there's a decent amount of map reuse. It's a very good game, though. If you like classic Resident Evil, I would say 3 is possibly the best. I think you can go either way on 2 or 3. They're kind of different. I'm not the biggest fan of Resident Evil 1. It's kind of too awkward. It's kind of too bleh. It's amazingly... It's one of the worst voice-acted games of all time, though. So if you enjoy stuff like that, it's highly recommended. Stop it! Don't open that door! Just, you know, how humans talk. Human talk, the game. Just, I don't even understand how... Like, even if you just got 5 random people to read random lines with no context, I still think it should have come out better than that game did. Apparently they're making Resident Evil 2 remake. Oh yeah, I heard about that. That seems to have been in limbo for a while, but I would welcome that. Resident Evil 3 remake too would be cool. RE1 was the only game you beat? Yeah, the thing about Resident Evil 1, there's a much more, well, I guess you can't call it faithful, because the original is the most faithful, but, like, remake for GameCube feels much more like a Resident Evil game than Resident Evil 1. It makes it actually scary again, or for the first time. What is this? You were almost a Jill sandwich. It's an amazingly dumb game. Oh, make eggs, you little butt. Stupid chicken. You can see why they added fall crops to later games. It's, Harvest Moon 64 did a really good job. It's like kind of the perfect sequel. It found exactly what was wrong with the first one and just filled pretty much all of the gaps while not making it overly complicated. And it had a lot of the charm, and it really wasn't so much more complicated that if you were alright in this game, you'd be just fine in 64. It was a pretty perfect balance. So in 64, what's different? There's fall crops. There's at least one more type of animal. There's sheep. I think that may be all there is animal-wise. The mountains are a little bit more interesting. There's more areas in town. There's a lot more going on in town. There's stuff like... I think there's friendships with dateable characters. So, like, your interactions with NPCs matter a lot more. There's a lot more general events. Okay, at least one of those has to be ready to cut. There's also a mine in that opens up in the first winter. I think you can mine at any time, or is it only winter? But with the mine, you can mine copper and stuff and upgrade your tools manually, which makes it a bit more balanced than just someday you randomly get a golden thing and you just have the perfect best thing ever. It's a bit more of a gradual progression. And, I think it might still take until the end of the first fall, or the end of the first year to actually open that up. The days are also longer. Oh, and there's a greenhouse, so you can grow anything, any time of the year, and since it's indoors, time doesn't pass while you're indoors. So it says I'm streaming Mega Man? I thought I updated that! Oh, I hate this stupid thing. If you ever see that, Sun, at least, you definitely have access to, change that. Devil May Cry and Onimusha were originally going to be RE4? Really? I heard that about something. I heard there was a weird prototype of RE4 that never went anywhere. Onimusha is a really great game. That really needs a reboot or a revival or whatever. I really enjoyed that game. It was kind of clumsy, but it would be... Well, hell, look at Nioh. Nioh is basically... It's basically Dark Souls mixed with Onimusha, I think. I haven't played it myself, but from the marketing and everything, that seems to be what it either is trying to be or is. Only beat RE4. 4 is a weird one. So 4 is arguably the best, some would say. I don't personally think it is. It depends on what you want out of Resident Evil, right? It's kind of like an Aliens versus Alien situation. Resident Evil 4 is definitely Aliens. The earlier ones are more Alien. It does a good job at being, more action-y. And there's still just enough horror. But I kind of judge RE4 a little more harshly than most people do, because it definitely started that decline towards the Resident Evil 5 crap, because it's the first game that was way more action-y, and, it started the whole crazy, slash at their feet and then do a full-body suplex on the zombies. I think it took until RE6 to literally do the suplex, but you can eventually literally suplex the zombies. Which sounds good, but it's just not very Resident Evil. Also, just being close to a zombie in general is dumb. What other game even has melee finishers on a zombie, not counting things like chainsaws and stuff? You're not supposed to get close to the zombies. That's the whole point of zombies. Whatever. I don't know if you want to find clever. I think I'd... Mega Man Sprite. Whatever. Yeah, just change the title to Harvest Moon. I don't really care too much about the title. Ugh. I thought I updated it, but I guess I just didn't hit the update information button. I really wish that was like an automatic. You know, you just change the field and there you go. I'm still not used to Twitch yet. 29th of fall. Alright, so... Wait. No, there's no more... I'm trying to remember when the first winter event works, or happens. Does this tell me? I love how far the, I love how far the period is. You can tell they don't, like, check how long the, like, fall... They don't check the length of their strings, they just assume the longest one. It's kind of funny how... You can tell how simply everything was programmed. Oh no! It's Saturday. I think we can check the events in the church, though. So that's fine. Yeah, just setting it to Harvest Moon is fine. How's my voice sound, by the way? And the... Other than the stupid, like, left ear thing, how does the audio stuff sound? Because, like... I don't know if you missed this, but I, Wait, what? Why did you just give me a cake? Was she supposed to give me a cake? I just tried to say hey, and she's like, here, eat cake. Oh, depressing time. I don't know exactly why, but in Saturdays in fall, she, goes to pray to grave for some reason. I don't know. Her husband is alive, so I guess it may be grandma or something. I don't think it's ever mentioned directly. Events of the year, 1st of spring, 12th of autumn. I like how it's just autumn month. Egg Festival. 10th of winter is Thanksgiving. Star Night. Almost all of the holidays in this town revolve dating your wife or stuff. Does The Last of Us have melee kills? I don't believe so. It has stealth kills on people, but no, if you touch clickers and stuff, you're basically dead. I think the normal infected might not. But clickers are definitely instant kill if they grapple. Did I do this stuff? Oh yeah, Doom, I guess. But that's, you know, Doom. It's not really what I meant, like zombie game, like stuff like Resident Evil. Dead Space, I guess, has stomps, but you're supposed to have, like, actually properly incapacitated things before you do a stomp. This stupid right ear thing. Oh no, and I just realized that's gonna be an issue for when I stream Kirby. I have no idea what that is. It fixed itself one time when I went into the Wii U sound stuff. Give me your milk. So you know what's weird? So I'm remote connecting to my desktop through my laptop right now, and the timer is missing, like the clock in the bottom right corner. Everything else is displaying fine, but the clock is just completely blank. Windows is weird. I swear, I don't think that their own programmers use Windows, at least not very thoroughly. There's some issues that, like, should have been extremely obvious, like, immediately. And if you're not, like, completely bog standard setup, you probably have found weird issues in Windows. For instance, having 3 monitors is... While I love having 3 monitors and all the stuff, there's so many edge cases and weird things that happen. And a lot of people... Like, a lot of games will launch on the wrong monitor, even when you have something clearly set as primary. Especially Unity. Unity in particular just loves to launch on my left monitor. I don't know why. I think they fixed it because eventually it stopped happening with new games. You can always tell when Unity has a bug because every new game that releases on Steam will have the same bug for a few weeks until whenever, you know, something gets figured out. Wait, this is the 29th? Alright, winter time! Actually took a little bit longer than I thought to get to winter. Alright. I'm gonna see if I can fix this stupid sound thing. No. I'm gonna open my Wii U menu and, watch. Nintendo's gonna copyright claim this video because of the Wii U menu music, by the way. That's not a joke. They did that before. I was playing Yoshi, and they content claimed the video, and I was like, oh, because of the Yoshi music. Yeah, that makes sense. And I looked, and it was because of the freaking Wii U menu music. Of all of the things to copyright claim, that's downright rude. Make sure your television, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Cable output, HDMI. Set to HDMI. Set to stereo. Yeah, the right audio is still totally screwed up. Why are you like this? That fixed it. I think. Why did that fix it? I set it to mono and back to stereo, and now it's fixed. Also, to use settings on Wii U, you have to use the gamepad. It's infuriating. You may have been wrong with Onimusha. Yeah, that... Well, they're kind of survival... Onimusha is kind of survival horror-y. At least I played it as a kid, kind of like survival horror, because it has the limited healing items. It has enemies that are pretty freaking dangerous. And, it's pretty horror-like. DMC is more surprising for me to hear, though, because that's some very different gameplay. But then again, I guess Resident Evil 4 is also very different from the original REs. Alright. The winter music sounds so depressing. So in winter, like you might expect, it snows instead of rains, and snow has no benefits. Snow just destroys your fence, but we destroyed the fence. I really like how it looks in winter, though. Even though it's kind of... It's not too much to do. Though it's not really too different from, It's not hugely different from fall. Would you just... Winter is also the season where you might run out of grass if you don't manage things properly. The game tries to stop you from buying too many animals. And then people like me try to avoid the game stopping us from buying too many animals. But I know what I'm doing. Also, I'm not sure what this, like torture pole here is. I don't know if you, like... I don't know what's going on there. Not gonna ask any questions. Has Capcom ever mentioned, are they planning to bring back Onimusha back, or... Because if we can get back Resident Evil 2 Remake, I would hope we could get some of that PS2 goodness as well. Or at least release a like a remaster compilation. Onimusha 1 through, what were they, 3 or 4? I never got to play that Warlords one or whatever. There was one weird one that I never played. I played 1, 2, and the one with the guy with the whip. I think that was 3. I forget if there was a 4. I think 4 is Chronicles. It was on... I think 1 was on Xbox, so I didn't get to play it. Because they only had a PS2 and a Dreamcast. Well, I just didn't have an Xbox. I had all the others. I had friends who had an Xbox and Halo, so I didn't really have any reason to have an Xbox myself. The winter theme is so dramatic. So I guess the music is fairly dramatic in general for, you know, farming, but... This track seems to have better mixing, too. Yeah, I can't there's no weird, left-right issues with this track. Let's take a look at the mountain real quick. Oh, right. I think I have to plant the, So there's a few things we actually can do in winter. Eventually there will be an earthquake in winter. I'm not sure when it happens. I think it's random, actually. Mushroom Kingdom Fusion is nice. You can play as Meta Knight, Mega Man. Oh yeah, the dev of that was talking about that, U-Gamer who was popped in the last stream. Oh, there's our foal. What? A calf. A calf! Wow. Alright, I'll name it. Alright, what should we name the horse? What is a good horse name? I love how he calls it a calf. Where did they even... Yeah, oh, there's... All names are only 4 characters in this game. What's a good horse? The only thing that comes to mind is Sefnir, the Odin's horse. That is definitely not going to fit at all. I kind of want to name it Cow because he called it a calf. Oh, you want to be a horse instead of a cow? 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't even... You would actually be incredibly hard to name a thing. Touch. I can't name it. There's only 4 characters. Oh, by the way, this OK thing is my first, like... This is, like, one of the more annoying, like, UI things I had to deal with way back when. Like, getting to the OK is weird. Yes, I am a real horse. Yes, I am horse. Real. Let's name it Artie. That actually does fit. So you're a horse instead of a cow. Congratulations. I'll try to figure out how to name a cow. I can just name the cow Jame. Jims. Jim. Wait, is Jim a short for James? I'll find some way to name a cow. I really like how the, It's kind of weird how winter looks really beautiful when it's, like, the least practical time. You can still farm. You can still get some stuff in the forest, though. You can still grab and sell the medicinal herbs. I think they're one of the less practical things to go sell, but this is the only thing to get. Aw, yes. Aw. Rejected. I like how she's like the only other one who goes skinny dipping like we do. What? So? Thanks. Some mushrooms are poisonous. That is exactly, like, not relevant for another full year. Hello, I'm a horse. Yes. Excuse. I forget when this grows. Oh. It grows immediately. Okay. Hello, friend. Thank you for letting it bloom. No one has ever planted it before. I'm so happy. I want to give something good to you. Thank you. Both the flower and I will disappear soon, but I will always pray for you to be happy. Oh, by the way, I found the full moon plant. You got the berry of power tree. It's so sad the plant, like, I think it disappears, like, immediately. Kirby is banned from Mushroom Kingdom Fusion. Yeah, it just immediately disappears. If you come to the mountaintop in the 10th through 12th of fall, the berry of full moon plants appears. And that's just how they name plants in this game, because the localization is amazing. And it's worth like 600 gold. And I think it appears on 3 different days. I didn't check until the 12th, but I think that's when it appears. I haven't played that Mushroom Kingdom Fusion. I'll try it out someday. Or so. I don't think we can actually interact with the horse at all in 64. We're making 1,000 per day. That is quite a lot for not having any kind of crops or anything. Yeah, I totally respect them for stopping the game. I wouldn't really bother making a fan game anymore, honestly. Just make your own game. Alright, we already did all this. A lot of fan games are doing the thing where they just make their fan game into, you know, they remove all of the characters, make their own thing, and, you know, I think Freedom Planet started as a Sonic fan game, which might not be a big surprise. Psycho Waluigi was a weird one because that game had nothing to do with Waluigi other than just using a sprite of him, like an originally created sprite, I think. But they made it Psy Cutlery is what they called it, and it's just an original game now. And gameplay-wise, it was just always its own thing. It was never even like, obviously, there's not even any Waluigi game to like base its gameplay off of. Yeah, lots of fan game stuff seems to be going indie, and that's kind of win-win, I guess. Like, I really don't think... Like, I think fan games just encourage people to love stuff more, and... Like, they treat fan games like they're pirates or something. And it's really just like, you know, it's just like fan art. Like, I have an article about this. I don't really want to go over all of it again, but... For your own sanity and for the safety of your game... I would really recommend just making your own original game based off of whatever. And I mean, gameplay-wise, you can get pretty close and not really have to worry, like, you know... Most iconic Nintendo stuff is more of a genre than it is, like, a specific game, right? Like, Metroidvania stuff. Like, if you just make a Metroidvania, you're not really, you know, just stealing Metroid. You're just making a Metroid-like game. Music is so dramatic. Oh yeah, that's the Sun just posted that article that I was referring to. It's nice to have articles so you don't have to repeat yourself. I just wanted to hear this again. It's so intense for no reason. They got mushrooms and coffee. The 2 perfect foods. So eventually we'll be able to go a little bit farther in there and we'll get... I don't know... Actually, I don't know what we get, because we get the axe. So eventually that carpenter is supposed to ask to borrow our hammer, and you give it to him, and 3 days later he gives you the golden hammer. I thought that was supposed to happen by now, but maybe it happens in winter. And the earthquake thing definitely happens in winter. Actually, what time is it? Just a little reminder, at 6 p.m. Central, so in about an hour and a half, I'm gonna be streaming some Kirby, Return to Dreamland. Oh right, we have to name the Babby too. Oh yeah, you gamer, we're talking about your game if you're in here. I don't think he is. Getting married just before fall is like a really good time to get married in this game because the problem with getting married is that you either have to piss off your wife by going to bed late, or you have to go to bed early to keep them happy, and like it adds affection points every time you go to sleep with them. It makes no difference if you go to sleep before them, and they lose points if you go to bed after they're already in bed. And it actually subtracts points every time you enter the house when they're already asleep. So you can, like, go back in and out of your house, and, like, they just get increasingly pissed because you're just walking in and out of the door somehow. I guess you're disturbing their sleep and then you enrage them. Babby. Unfortunately, Babby does not even fit. Babby, it's another 4-character name. So I'd have to spell it correctly, which is unacceptable. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but Eve? Eve is different in this game. She's the bar girl, and she we don't know if it's like a bug or it's because she has like abandonment issues, which is a thing in her plotline. But she loses love points every time you go to bed with her, which is so weird. And so she is extremely hard to keep happy. You basically have to give her a gift every couple of days to recover from just going to bed with her. Or you can go to bed before her and it just stays neutral. But the only way to keep adding love points, other than like dancing and stuff at events, is just to keep giving them gifts. It's so weird. And I guess that's why when I played first, the only person I had managed to piss off as a wife was Eve. I had no idea why, but now I do, because she's like reverse. She's just a weirdo. Oh yeah, let's check out that cave real quick, because I never showed that cave on stream, I don't think. Wait, actually, let's check out the town in winter. So like I said, I really like how things look in town. There's Doggo. Hello. It's deserted in winter, but we can't experience the joys of spring without winter. Well, you can if you live in a more temperate place. Stupid. Yep, nothing on sale. Grass grows in autumn, so you don't have to mow it. So you don't have to mow much before winter. What? What? No! That's not how sentences work. I knew the localization was poor, but I had forgotten exactly how crazy things get. I think if we can get everybody to love level 4, I think their events still happen even if we're married. I could be wrong. But I'd like to see everyone's event. Wait, I think she just asked about if there's a flower that blooms in winter, which we literally just saw, like, yesterday. Do you believe that there's a flower that blooms in winter? Yes. So yeah, like I said before, this is a good time to farm love points for Nina if you want to. I probably won't do too much on screen. I'll just do this one more time here. Yeah, this is one of those times where their dialogue changes every season, and it changes with rain and days of the week. For its time, creepy. Bad little child. Yeah, for its time, this was like really advanced, like NPC stuff. It's pretty basic even compared to later, you know, Harvest Moon games, but Kirby Fighter Z. Yeah, Kirby Fighter Z was a game. That was an enhanced version of the Kirby Fighters game, sub-game in Triple Deluxe, I believe. But yeah, people have their own little schedules. It's the original Skyrim. Bigger than Skyrim, Harvest Moon edition. Don't think it's okay to do bad things if it's not discovered. Oh, it's perfect. We all make mistakes. That's the way we are. But it's wrong to not feel guilty about what you've done wrong. Thanks. Did you know my secrets? What's going on? I don't trust you, lady. So the only major annoyance I have while streaming like this from my laptop is the DPI issue in OBS, which I think I can fix. And the screen keeps going to sleep as if I was not doing a thing, which I can... Let me just disable that. Sleep. Power and sleep settings. Plugged in screen. Turn off after 1 hour. Alright, so it's... They're easy enough to fix, but... And I'm really hoping the Kirby stream tonight will not drop any frames because I upgraded the internet service, but it could just be a thing. Why you judge me? Wait, did that say a lot others? There's a lot others. There's a lot others too. Good sentences, the best sentences. The finest sentences streamed directly into your household from my household. Yeah, this is setting to, yeah, I already changed it. We're preparing. Oh yeah, you can still buy cakes. They buy cakes every day, or sell cakes every day. Oh well, a lot of things will happen while you're alive. You can't just go through your life if you get mad at everything. Good advice from the alcoholic mole person. Welcome. What a coincidence. Are you having a meal here today? Oh my god, there's not enough materials. I like how the universe freezes so he can sing his beautiful song. Only 3? I've talked to Ellen quite a lot. I think her name is Ellen in this game. I think... Yeah, they changed the names a few times. You have nothing to sell. How do you feel about that? How's Anne doing? Is she working well as a wife? I'm so very worried about her. Oh. Oh yeah, and I think he's the one single dad. I believe Anne's mother passed away. I don't know if it's even mentioned too much. That might be why she's so sentimental about the weather vane, come to think of it. Hey, Ellen. The text is especially hard to read in winter. I don't know what they were thinking about that. I guess it must have looked okay on CRTs, but that... I don't know why, like, SNES can do real transparencies, right? I think it... Yeah, I'm pretty sure SNES can do real transparency, so I don't know why it was done like that. Maybe they just didn't know how or something. Lessons of love. Even on these old consoles, not everything was, you know, AAA, so to speak. Hello. Hey, your... What? Hey, your face is becoming better looking. Are you saying I used to be ugly? Old ladies get cold easily, so I keep a fireplace burning all the time. It's my grandchild's piggy bank. They don't touch it without permission. Lewd. Why does your grandchild have multiple piggy banks? Heart pounding compatibility of partner. Yeah, somebody mentioned it last time, but anytime you see heart pounding in an odd context like that, it's usually just a direct translation from Doki Doki. It never usually makes any sense. Also, oh my god, she has like a giant bed. She's like 500 feet tall. What, do you like unfurl into a mass of human meat at night? What? That's kind of scary. Hey dog. Can I bring you in here? I'm way too amused at my ability to neglect my dog. Let me just... Here you go, doggo. This is your home now. I wonder, is there anywhere I can't get back in? No, I don't think there's any way you can trap him in permanently. Wait, let me see if I can get her to 4 hearts. Because I think that's when the event happens with them. It'd be nice to get those events happening, because winter is pretty boring otherwise. Fortunately, it's very quick. Og. I don't know how many times you have to do stuff. I want to say it's like 2 love points for each answered question. I think it's like 1 per normal conversation. And it's like 4 or 5 for each gift you give. So, because questions can happen pretty quick. It tends to be the best way. I'm not sure how much dancing with them is. I think it's a notable but not like amazing bonus. I'm just gonna do this one more time to see if that's over 4 yet. It takes like 5-10 minutes, so it's not like amazingly fast, but it's also not too horrible to grind. Oh, just 4. You be good, doggo. Wait, hold on. I want to read the books. Maybe there's some amazing English in here. Plants. Artistic flowers. It's burning. It looks like an artificial flower. Huh. I guess everyone has pretty big beds, don't they? You gamers arriving soon? I still haven't played Mushroom Kingdom, whatever it was exactly called. I'll try it out someday, though. I don't usually check out the fan game stuff anymore, but it looked really cool, so it's a shame they had to stop. They never actually got the cease and desist, right? They just didn't, Hey, Mr. Rosen. Yeah, it's been a quiet day. I'd always kind of hoped that, like, if I started doing, like, early streams, like, some of the Euro people would pop in. I don't think they actually followed me on Twitch, so I'm not sure they ever notice when I go live. I have my Wii U gamepad sitting here in my peripheral vision. What fences? I don't see any fences. Jelly donuts! Oh, give me these jelly donuts. Oh, yes. More. Yes. It's like that thing where Homer's in hell and they just feed him 1,000 donuts. And he's just completely fine with it. Yes. And by the end of winter, I think we will have our first babby. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut. What's so weird is that, like, people eat rice in America. I mean, this might be a surprise to 4Kids. But, like, they don't have to call it an onigiri. Just call it, like, a rice ball. It's, like, all they had to do. Like, people know what rice is. I don't know why they thought that was gonna be, like, a huge issue. And they just had to censor out all of the frickin' rice balls. Like, if it was, like, sushi or something. Like, well, I mean, even sushi, like, it's not that unknown. Alright, everybody is fully grown now. Though I should be able to get one more cow. Oh, yeah, you gamer, we're talking about Mushroom Kingdom a little bit. I don't have too many questions myself, I don't really... I did an interview once, it was kind of fun, but oh, I forgot to milk. I interviewed the Organic Panic dev, and I wasn't really sure. I didn't really even edit it. I just posted all of the questions. I mean, I don't know. In terms of an interview, would you prefer just like every question, unless something's like a horrible, like a complete train wreck of an answer? Or would you like just heavily edited, just the absolute minimum, most interesting stuff? Because I'm not very good at like picking out like, oh, this is the only thing that matters. Like, I like to just give the whole story. It ends up with a kind of a long video, but I don't know. I kind of think that's more useful, because like when big sites cover stuff, they'll only include the little, you know, just little bits of the most important information. So I think you kind of should be more thorough if you're gonna do something otherwise. Used to have a video up on it, but since removed our fan game presence is a basic timeline. Can you still download it at least? Like I hope you left it somewhere, right? Oh dang, we have 21k, gee! I'm not sure if this is exactly the richest I've ever been in this game, but it's definitely the earliest I've been anywhere near this rich. And it's mostly just because of me properly handling my corn in the first year. You gamers get... Well, yeah, I know I can get it from him, but I mean... I really care a lot about preservation stuff, so... Stillness of winter makes me calm. So I love it. Always turn around. She doesn't have a question. I think I missed my chance to easily raise her love points. How much is this? That's the miracle potion. Good luck. The medicine to get him in good shape is included. That's 4,000 total. What a waste! See, a miracle potion is a total waste. Wait. The cow's eyes open when you pick it up. That is creepy. Look at that. Eyes open, eyes closed. Also, yeah, as somebody mentioned, the miracle potion is basically just a disc full of bull semen, but we don't talk about that. That impregnates a cow, and it's actually drastically more expensive to give birth to a cow than it is to just buy one. Because the baby calf starts out way smaller. It takes the mother out of commission for milking for like half a month or something. And you just lose so much money. You just lose so much money, it's absolutely not worth it. It's just cheaper to buy cows. Which is funny, because the whole point of birthing the chickens is to be cheaper. Yeah, there's no reason to buy the miracle potion. I might buy it just to, because I have so much money, and I want to fill out my shed. I think I will actually buy it, because I have nothing else to do right now. I love how it says good luck. Like, what? But yeah, it's 4,000. What? Yeah, that's also the potion I killed the cow with, because I thought it was just the even better potion. But whatever. I mean, it said potion. Obviously, it was a healing item, right? But no, it was death. Remove the DL links with a lot of some teams up. Arcade sources the main. Yeah, I figure something like that, a lot of people must have on torrents and stuff, but I never like to rely on that, personally. I guess sometimes that's all the best you can do, though. It's like one of those creepy baby dolls with the eyes that open when you move it. Ugh. I hate dolls. It's weird, but I think I really like figures, but dolls creep me out. I think it's something about the hair and the eyes. Because, like figures are very congruous, right? Like, they're all made of the same thing, and they just look right. But with dolls, like, the eyes, they're all glassy, and the hair is, like, too real, and whereas the, like, you know, flesh parts are just plastic. And it just weirds me out. The game becomes Mushroom King Fuse or re-reference Mario. I think ambition is probably the biggest killer for any kind of fan project. And it's like, it's hard to get worked up for something that's, you know, just basic, but for anybody starting, honestly, any kind of project, if it's your first project, just always go for the smallest thing you could think. Go for the smallest thing you'd think you'd be even remotely proud of, basically. Because you want to be able to finish it. It doesn't matter how ambitious it was if it really never happened, right? Okay, 4 hearts. I think an event will happen with Nina now. We obviously can't marry her, but the events are still neat, and we learned some backstory for the characters, which is neat. And it just kind of gives us something to do in winter. It's perfectly cold. Oh, I thought she said perfectly cold. So please take care of yourself not to catch a cold. We can't catch a cold. Also, that's not how colds work. They have nothing to do with being cold. Pneumonia does, but eventually the game becomes too ambitious for its own good. Multiple characters come to about 0. Hey, put the cow in the can. Take good care. Alright, first thing is to name it with affection. Alright. How do we name this cow? Jims? That doesn't... I could name it Jame. Jims. Jams. Yeah, too many... It's so hard to name something with just 4 characters. And I can't even fit the 2. Just Jam? Jammy. Jam 2? I could maybe do? Wait, is there even... Oh yeah, there is. Jam 2, sure. Good enough. Hi, James. Good girl. You're a good girl, James. And now we get to grow chickens, even though we shouldn't be able to get any more animals. And in spring, I'll just get a crap ton of grass seed because I'll be able to afford it. And I'll just fill, like... I could probably fill, like, this whole area here. Oh, an annoyance is you can't... I don't think you can remove these things at all in winter. So on your first day of spring, your farm is just kind of a train wreck. No matter how you keep it up. Also, every time it snows, some of the land that you've tilled gets covered up. So it's kind of inevitable that things just end up a mess. There's also no friendship system with the horse. Jelly donut. Oh yes. Look at this beautiful. What even is this? Is this like an armadillo or like a bug? Pixel art sometimes. It's really... They could have made it more clear what it is. It's not really pixel art's fault. I'm so glad the music is different each season. Yeah, it's a good touch. It'd get old fast if it didn't. Thursday, 5th of winter. I kind of wish I started with 64. Oh, it's snowing! I just really love the weather in this game. It feels nice. Yeah, 64, there's so much more to do. I might put this on hiatus once we get into winter and maybe start up 64. But I might have to check out... I might have to emulate 64 because I don't currently have... Wait, maybe I have it on Wii? I don't remember. Yes, good girl, X-Bone. If X-Bone were not me, it would be very mad to be a grill. But it can deal. Overall, us and the Fusion team started to transition away. Yeah, the DMCA thing. And they seem to have gotten more rabid lately. And everyone keeps posting on that article about fan games. Everyone's like, oh, it's because of the Metroid 2 remake. It's like, no, it really wasn't. Like, they killed how many other games that had nothing to do with anything they were working on? Like, when are they gonna make that No Mario Sky game they're obviously making because they DMCA'd that game? Like, no, Nintendo just takes down absolutely everything they can. Anything that hits the news, basically, seems to be what they go after. Speaking of, is Mega Maker still okay? I don't know how crappy Capcom is. They did take down that fan translation. So, though I think that got restored. I think they counter-noticed successfully on that one. Though that's not really a super amazing thing. I mean, counter-noticing is really just a game of chicken. Are they gonna actually sue you or not is basically how counter-noticing is. What I'm talking about is, so when somebody DMCA claims you on YouTube, you get a copyright strike, and you have this option to counter-notice. And all that means is you provide a reason that you think you have rights to post this. And if YouTube thinks your thing is in order, and you provide your legal name and address, they provide it to the DMCA claimant, and they either have to sue you or they have to give up their claim on the video. So, if you have 100% full faith that they're not going to sue you, it's pretty much free. However, if they are going to sue you, well, they'll sue you. Capcom is kind of all over the place. It seems to be a lot of companies these days. So far, Mega Maker should be good. I'd hoped so. I wish companies in general would get nicer about that, because, like, look at YouTube in general. Like, companies used to be iffy on YouTube, and now companies come to us. Like, please play my game, here, have this. Less so the big ones, but I mean, even the big ones, I mean, I've been in contact with Sony. Well, a Sony subsidiary. Wait, how late is it? Oh wait, it's 7. Let's go see the mountain while it's snowing. Alright, I was going to show you the inside of the cave, too. What was I saying? I hope it has that earthquake soon. What's up, workman? You are not busy in winter, are you? You should gather materials. Yes. Oh yeah, they actually mention in the wrong season that you can gather materials in winter. It's kind of the one thing you can do. Well, there's a couple things you can do. If you're doing an ordinary, slower playthrough than I'm doing right now, it would be a good idea to gather up on materials to get your second expansion. Mega Man fan games are fairly prevalent. Oh yeah, there's the... Wait, what's this? Dangerous! Easy to collapse! Eventually there will be... Well, if we can get that event to happen, the character event, there is a cave-in, but otherwise you can totally ignore that. That's just kind of like foreshadowing. Oops. I have cords all over my entire house. It's kind of unavoidable. It's just kind of what you have to deal with for AV stuff. Oh, I want to see the summit too. Yeah, I hope Capcom, you know, calms down about it, because they learned with YouTube it's all positive. Oh no. Notice slippery and dangerous. The road is temporarily closed today. Well, I guess you can't see the summit when it's snowing. I like how they just plop down a sign in the way. Like, whose job is it to bring a sign all the way up the freaking mountain slope and just shove it right there? How update Mega Maker? Last time I just unzipped everything, same folder, and AVG's. I would just ignore AVG. Stuff like that, like, tends to just flip out over any executable file it's never heard of before, which is going to be most, you know, fan games or, you know, small games in general. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. I would just... Generally updating stuff like that, you just unzip it over the same files and you're good. Does it already have an update out? I haven't really... I played one level on it, honestly. I haven't really messed with it much. Also, if I recall correctly, it snows a lot more in winter than it rains in other seasons. Anyway, around 2009, those of us with frustrated control of Super Mario Fusion and attempts to bring direction focus. Yeah, ambition is nice, but I think with something like that, you'd have to, like, finish the levels and then start adding characters. Like, you gotta go one thing at a time. Otherwise, you just end up too big. Okay, later studio comes out, we're trying to port over. I've been pretty impressed with Game Maker lately. I used it way back in college for... There was a class where we used it. And... Did I even finish that class? I remember using that, like, only once. I think it might have just... I don't think it was actually a game class. I don't remember what we were doing in it. But it seemed pretty bleh. And, but lately there have been a lot of really cool Game Maker games coming out. Like, I think Risk of Rain is Game Maker. 10 Second Ninja is Game Maker. There's a lot of surprisingly cool stuff. And it can do, despite what some people believe, Game Maker can do 60 FPS. The thing is, it starts off by default in 30, which is dumb. I mean, it's easier to get working in 30, but it causes problems. But you basically have to totally redo all of your physics stuff in Game Maker if you want to change FPS. It's not like... It's not a simple thing. Wait, did I milk? No, I didn't. Excuse. Oh, you had about 80% of the game finished? That's cool. So that's a totally separate project? I hadn't heard of that one yet, actually. Like I said, I don't really follow too much fan projects. Did anybody ever pick up Project Unleashed, by the way? I knew the dev for that, and they, I think it was well, they were... She had to give it up, and I don't know if anybody took it up. I don't really follow fan stuff, so I didn't really... I only knew about it because Drew was talking about it. There's also Parax with the, he's making like a Mario or a Metroid, like, editing engine for PC, like a Metroid Prime editor. I don't know how far he got with that, but he has some really cool stuff on his Twitter. I don't think the Mega Maker password really matters too much unless you had made levels. Which I haven't yet. I thought it was hilarious when you open up Mega Maker and the first thing it makes you do is make a profile. And it makes you solve make sure you're not a robot CAPTCHA. That was just kind of funny because, you know, Mega Man. Give me a jelly donut, please. Oh no. It's too early for jelly donut. Oh wait. It's only 7 o'clock. Yeah, there's really not much to do in winter. Oh, she goes to bed with you. Huh. I went to bed at 7 o'clock. My wife's like, yeah, screw it. I'm going to bed at 7 too. Best life. Here we go. Excuse me, but can I borrow your hammer? Okay. Yeah, that's how you get the gold hammer. Once again, way past the point where you would probably want it. I mean, if you didn't want to waste your time, this would be... Like, you don't really need to clean up too much of your ranch the first year. You don't really need to clean up a ton of it in general. But you could totally wait until you have... Until this to clear out most of your ranch. And it would go a fair bit faster, but... I just like to clean up the ranch early. It makes you feel productive early on. You're probably not supposed to do it, and it kind of makes the game slower to start with, which can be frustrating. So I wouldn't really recommend being as anal about it as I was, but you can do it. Give me your milks. I'm not sure how long it takes to go from medium milk to large milk. Not that it really matters. We really will never want for money ever again. Even with just 6 cows, we would be fine. Especially this early. Like, this is the best I've ever done by so far. Like, we're doing so well, we really do not need to even worry about going to the mountain. Like, ever again. And I could, and probably should, spend more time talking with the girls and stuff and giving them presents. Come to think of it. What time is it? I think I might take a quick break. It's 4:45. I think I'll just keep streaming until it's more time for Kirby, I guess. Because, I mean, it's already this late, so whatever. I was in a streaming mood. I'm in a pretty good mood today, so I got my internet upgraded, if you missed that. 200 megabits down, 25 up. It's actually more like 30 up when I tested it. It's not going to always consistently be that good, of course, but it should make YouTube uploads, well, twice as fast. And that's a significant amount of waiting time for me, because I have pretty high bitrate stuff that I upload very regularly, so even if this does not fix my Twitch problem, I'm very happy to have this upgrade. I also got a crap ton of food. My freezer was pretty much empty. So I went and filled my freezer very thoroughly. And just been a kind of cathartic day, because this whole last month there was the whole issue with, you know, DMCA face, and that seems to be... That's gone quiet, and I'm totally not complaining about that. Things seem to be good. YouTube stats are way up. I think we're almost at 500 followers on Twitch, too. I still have less watchers on Twitch than I did on YouTube, and I don't know if that's... I'll give Twitch... I'll give Twitch, like a month, like I said before. Its eyes open, it's so creepy! Anyway. You also need your password if you want to play other levels? Really? Huh. Wait, what was I talking about? Oh, thanks FishFay for the host, by the way. I didn't even see you in chat. Are you in here? How do you even see the chat list? It must be an auto host because I don't see her in chat. Actually, I don't know what FishFay is. Hello, horse. You can't even talk to the horse. The horse eventually grows up and you can ride it around, and it's a portable shipping bin for some reason. And it's actually very useful. It's been a good day. Which is nice because I could use a good day. Oh, I did the thing again. Oh, that is infuriating. I pressed... That's what earthquake sounded like, by the way. The earthquake last night registered 4 on the Richter scale. The damage is not serious. Look at her face! That's the kind of face that says not serious damage. Do you have anything to say about the situation? Let's look around the ranch. Then there'll be trouble if the fences are broken. I think the earthquake does damage the fences too, but we don't use fences, so. Hi, I was scared by the earthquake this morning. Pfft, some tough burly man you are. Come up to the mountain after checking out the ranch. That's basically a hint that something is broken on the ranch as well, or on the. Oh no! The earthquake destroyed our crop stuff as well. But yeah, I think that opens up. Yep, it opens up the well. What does this say? Strange looking ornament of a chicken looks like it can be broken with a tool. Oh, I actually don't have my hammer with me, so I can't read that. What's up, buddies? It might be able to go to the end of the ranch faster through here, but time still goes on. Oh! Okay, so this is counted as outdoors then, so time goes on. Hey, listen, we can go through the rock. So this is just kind of a shortcut. Not much of one, but... You seen a mole? It scares the cows some days. Better kick it out of the fence right away. See, this is just kind of a shortcut, quote-unquote, that doesn't really have a particularly valid use. And it gives you a few hints to some stuff. I like how this game kind of tries to have self-contained hints where it tells you all the stuff. If I ever make a game, you can be sure it will have some very thorough in-game information. Because I always really appreciate when I don't have to go get a guide. But yeah, that the boulder that was blocking our path here fell. Oh, I don't have my axe. In a few days, we'll get our hammer back too, and it'll be gold. So that's all the golden tools once we get it back too. Oh, gotta eat a jelly donut. Oh, we already have the hammer. Okay. Well, let's go see what that thing down there says then. I thought it took 3 days, but... Wait, was that 3 days ago, maybe? Also, our hammer is now massive. One downside of the big tools is they take more stamina to use. So if you're using the hammer against small rocks, you'll actually get tired faster, I think. Oh, here we go. Equip the axe and use it in front of the spring in the mountain, and then... So that's a very blatant hint there. I know this is bad security advice in theory, but when you got something like that you don't really care a great deal about, like a Mega Man Maker account, what I do is just have a long password that I use, and I just append whatever the name of the thing is. So like, you know, it'd be like password 69420 and then Mega Maker or whatever. And that way it's not... Oh. Hi, how do you do? I'm the goddess of spring. Obviously, that's supposed to be of the spring, but you know, she's the goddess of the season spring. Did you expect me to come out? By the way, I have a question. Is this gold axe the one you dropped? I didn't know this could... It's so weird that you can just, you know, hit this frozen thing. Oh no! Oh no! I'm sorry, I didn't even read the thing. Crap. Don't throw things in the spring. Oh well. For the first time ever, I can buy that. If you fail the quest, you can just buy the thing in the shops. I'll just buy it tomorrow. I have so much money, it's not a big deal. I feel like an idiot though. I did not even read your question. Or I didn't read the responses. But you also get one of the last berries. I'm not sure where... We're only missing one. I think it might be the final reward from the second egg thing? Alright, so tomorrow I can buy the golden axe from the tool thing, I think. I'm almost glad we did that, because this way I get to see what it's like to buy a golden tool. I don't think I ever bought one before. Yeah, we did this a billion years ago, but you can get a gold, a berry from breaking that. And it's actually a random chance, too, which is very strange. And they just dutifully replace that statue no matter how many times you break it. Yes. Alright, so that's most of the events in winter, and I think we're only missing one power berry, or are we? Let's check on that. Wait, what's this? It's the Thanksgiving festival tomorrow. It's for all the husbands and fathers who are already working hard, and women bake cakes for them to show thanks. I suggest you come to the town if possible. Because girls give cakes to people they like if you have time. I suggest you come to town. Why did he just... Why did two people have to tell me that? Yeah, very 90s interpretation of gender roles here. It's kind of funny how extreme the difference is just like 10, 20 years ago. Things be moving fast. Oh, did I forget to feed my chicko? Oh, my chicken is still tiny bad. Yeah, you just climb over your wife in bed. I'm guessing that's why the wife gets mad at you. It's not because you came home late. It's because you just literally climb right over her. But it's also kind of rude for her to sleep on the far side of bed when she knows you're not there, so, you know. You do what has to be done. Alright, let's tend to our cows. I guess... What time is it? Yes, X-Bone. Good girl. So the Thanksgiving thing, it's basically Valentine's Day. I don't know why they call it Thanksgiving. And it's the wrong season for either one. Oh no! Did I forget to feed my cows? Oh, fuck. What did I do? Wait, is it did I get cursed for doing the axe thing, or did I forget to feed them? Crap. Well, I can afford the medicine, so they'll be fine. But that does make them unhappy and means it'll take longer to get their super milk. I also have to go run to town and back like 3 times. Which actually we'll just barely be able to do. Crap. I was so distracted by the earthquake, I'm not sure if I did my rounds. Well, let's milk who's here at least. What's weird is being sick is actually, it reduces their happiness less than being quote-unquote cranky. Which they get cranky if you hit them 10 times with the tool, which seems extreme. And also, just a mole being on the ranch while they're outside makes them cranky. Which is part of why there's no reason to ever have your cows outside in this particular game. Alright, so... Gotta use this. Of course, we have plenty of money, so our cows are not in any real danger. But that's annoying and will delay their ability to make milk. And more importantly, their happiness suffers too. Alright, you're fine. Hey, can you make them happy right away? No. Alright. Now to buy medicine. I think medicine is only like 1,000 gold, so it's not an extreme, but... If you're completely unprepared, it can be kind of dangerous. I think they die if not healed within 3 days. So, if you don't have money on a Friday, and then it's the weekend, it can be bad. It's also kind of annoying you can only buy the one. Now it's roads. What roads are we talking about here? Oh, here it is! That's a super axe! You can chop a log with one blow. If you trade your axe in, we can sell it for 200 G! I figured it was gonna be like a couple thousand at least. Wow. So, completing the quests is like barely matters at all. Huh. What's up, Nina? Text noise is so bad. You get used to it, but I don't know why so many things have that. Yeah, I was surprised to see that CAPTCHA. I was surprised Mega Maker had online at all, but I guess, I mean, that's the point of Mario Maker, right? So, well, unless you played the 3DS version, I don't. That thing just does not seem to have a right to exist, frankly. Yeah, it's so weird that you can hit them. Like, I can see giving it forgiveness of one hit, because it's totally possible in this game to not remember what tool you're using and, you know, hit a cow on accident. But hitting them 9 times is kind of extreme. Oh, you know what's funny? When your wife is in labor, that sounds like a great setup for a joke, right? When your wife is in labor, you can stay, and you'll get a happiness boost for your wife if you stay for labor, but all of your animals will go hungry for that day, and it's like... it's like... There is no sane time, unless you have no animals, where you would stay with your wife in labor. It's just bad. It's kind of funny how the wife really does get in the way and never actually helps in gameplay-wise. It's kind of it's less absurd in later games, but I'm not sure they ever actually help you. Alright, so Thanksgiving is tomorrow, so that just means... I don't know if other people can give us a cake too. I think everybody who likes you above a certain amount can give you a cake. So I think not just the wife. Sorry, dear, the cows are more important. Well, my wife will not get sick and die if I don't feed her for one day. My cows, on the other hand. So, I mean, I'm sorry. Also, I'm surprised all 3 got sick from a single feeding that I missed. I don't know exactly what happened there. I don't know if that's normal or not. I usually just try not to miss feeding them, of course. Let's see what's on the news. Oh, and in later games, there's multiple channels on the thing. It's the Thanksgiving festival tomorrow. Nice smell of baking cakes fills the whole town. Dad, it'll be fine. What do you mean, Dad? She's estranged from her father, and she's like, her only way of contacting her father is the news. She's like, Dad, please, come home. We miss you. And now the news at 6. Jelly donuts. I like how your character only has a nose for that one eating animation. Dad, please. It's Thanksgiving festival today. Here you are, darling. Thank you for working hard for me every day. Cake! We're gonna eat like 7 cakes, and it's okay. It's not gonna kill us or anything. Whoa, my screen just glitched out. I think it's just remote desktop. I'm using remote desktop for this, which is awkward. Remote desktop is actually pretty robust now, but it still gets just a teeny bit wonky. Also, I don't understand why the I think they misplaced some tiles with the ice on this thing. Look at that. It's weird. Anyway. The only reason she is the presenter, her dad runs the network, and she's annoyed. Secret evil deals. Also, you never have to use the bell if you don't take your cows outside. Taking your cows outside, I thought it gave them a happiness boost, so I used to do it all the time. And it adds so much work to this game. And it turns out it is a complete farce. And it does not add to their happiness at all. It does in later games. But it is, in this game in particular, it's extremely painful to try to get the stupid cows back indoors. And you have to do it every time it rains. It's kind of funny how many game features in this game are unimplemented, and just most people just did it anyway because they didn't realize, like, feeding calves is completely optional. Most people don't know that. A lot of weird friendship-related stuff does not work how you would think. And so just because the game suggests it to you, most people just do it. Because, I mean, they don't have any reason not to. But later games are a bit more thorough in their validation and stuff. Gamma theory. Is Ness the dad of the weather girl? Next time on Game Theory. Yes, Jam too. You're a good girl, James. There you go. Alright, have we milked you? I wish there was some kind of icon over their head that said, you know, whether they can be milked. I'm not sure they ever do that either. With eggs, it's so much easier. I like how the cows sometimes just, like, chew on the wood. This music still sounds like a frickin' requiem. This makes me want to check out... I want to check out my farm in, Rune Factory Frontier. I never did get married in that game. I guess I could pop it in and just mess around. I beat the, like, RPG aspect of it, but the stuff was still going on. The game is fairly complicated, too. It has complicated systems with its runeys and stuff. Yeah, Sun is a good girl, too. You're all very good girls. What did I... Oh, right, I was gonna go to, I need to get my cakes! My cakes will burn! Oh, man. Are there good CDI emulators? Here it is. It's a special herb cake. She feeds you a frog, by the way. I have recorded this off stream. I think I have a video. I could show you this sometime. Let me see if I have this on my PC here. The Thanksgiving, or not the Thanksgiving, the Harvest Festival. She feeds you a frog. Is it this one? No, that's 5 minutes. I think it was... I want to say it was this one. Let me check this out real quick. See if I can show you. Whoa, it's glitching out hardcore. I think it's because I'm viewing a video over a desktop connection. It's like, oh, here we go. I think I'll have to show you this a different time because I don't know how to show it to you properly through OBS. Yes, you're all very pretty girls. I've not found a good CDI image. I think there's like only one, and I think it sucks or something. Like 5 MB. Hold on, let me see if I can chop this video or something. So, okay, so it starts at like 2:55. Sorry, technical issues here, technical issues. But I just want to show you the amazing food that Nina has in the thing. So it starts at 2:55. Sure, encode that. How long is that gonna take? Not long. Okay. The one I did use, it didn't work very well. Yeah, I saw somebody, Joel from Vinesauce did a video of the CDI link. I don't know what emulator he was using though. I'll be able to bake a perfectly delicious cake when I get older. Gee! Yeah, I got a cake from Maria. This kid, there's like this subplot where this kid is having this creepy relationship with Maria. Hello, Maria. Hello. Hello. No, no cake for you. Get out, you sinner. Yeah, I think CDI emulation is pretty iffy, which makes sense. Not many people are very interested. I use plenty of milk and eggs. Thank you. I have confidence in making sweets. I think it might require 3 or 4 hearts. Fidgety. Nobody likes that guy. That guy is gross. Thump, thump, thump. Doki doki. Are we getting video glitches, or is this just my remote desktop acting out? Are you getting along well with your wife? Don't argue, okay? I got a cake from the florist's wife. So glad. It's like a dream for me. Aww. Poor single dad. Oh my goodness, no, 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 nothing like that. You know, something like, thanks. Oh, she's tsundere for him. Oh, I got it. Imagine somebody just walking up to you and they just eat lunch in your face and just time just stops. Ooh, the old cold shoulder, eh? Alright, so I need to improve my relationship with Maria and Eve, but whatever. I hope I didn't miss the chance to see their the special thingies, because some of them are actually kind of neat. Like you save one of their grandpas, and I don't even remember what Maria's is. I'm not sure I've ever seen Maria's. She's never really been my favorite, which is weird because normally I would like the introverted glasses girl, and she's better in later games. But the whole, I don't know. Her specific character doesn't really appeal to me a whole lot. These work well from now. Excuse you? Am I not working well right now? You wanna take this outside? How dare you? From now on. Have you seen our bank account's balance, honey? I have like $1 billion. I have more money than anyone else in this entire town does. I wonder if it will be a boy or a girl. The funny thing about the kid's gender, completely meaningless. They tell it to you one time, and you can never again tell. Like, the sprites are identical, it does not matter in any capacity. You can't even tell other than that very first cutscene where they tell you if it's a boy or a girl. You're still a chick. Hotel Mario is a mess, by the way. You mean the emulation of the game itself? Because I can believe that about either. What's funny is somebody made a Mario fan game based on, like, not even a meme. Well, it was kind of a meme, but it was Michael Jackson's Moonwalker crossed with Mario, with Hotel Mario. Like, the least likely possible combination of games ever. Both were a mess. Okay, expected, I guess. No, jams. Jammy, please. I guess jam kind of makes it almost like a unisex name. Because it could be Jammy under there. But no, it's Jameson. He's a good girl. Wait, are these guys still giving good milk? I think being sick is only like minus 20 happiness. I'm not exactly sure how much happiness they would have. But I think they're still giving normal milk, yeah. There is a game's discourse over Splatoon 2. Oh no, I don't even want to know. I don't want to be a part of the discourse. Discourse kills. I guess I do participate in certain dramas, but review scores in particular I tend to avoid. I don't like them, and I don't give them either. It's always been my thing where I'll do reviews on my site, but I refuse to give review scores. I think I might even just go less formal for my reviews, because I like talking about games, but I don't like reviewing them. Like, it's so clinical, and it's just, I just found it not enjoyable at all, so I think I'm just gonna go more like talk about games more, review games less. Hello, wife. It's so sad how few dialogue options your wife has. They're much more interesting in later games. I'm just gonna brush the air a bit there. It's pretty cold now. The weather forecast for tomorrow is snow. Love the little snowman. See, it's 20th. I want to submit by at least the 20th. We should definitely have our kiddo. Wait, people are mad that the review scores are too good? Wow. Executive producer for Machinima. Huh. Are people really pretending to be surprised that, like, Nintendo-based sites like Nintendo games? Like, that's like going to Nintendo Power and be like, oh, wow. Nintendo Power thinks that Super Mario 64 is a good game. You know, Tap Tap, I beat Mario 64 using only my left pinky. I actually did have trouble with Mario 64 as a kid. I could not wall kick. You only have to do one wall kick in like the whole game too, but I couldn't do it, and I actually had to have a friend over to do the wall kick for me. And though it's kind of a wonky, the controls are interesting because they're really good, but at the same time the camera is so bad. It's still a hard to control game, kind of. It's a very interesting mix where it like. I would almost say the controls are good, but it still controls badly, because, like, it's mostly the camera that's bad, but it still makes it a little clumsy. It would definitely be interesting to see Mario 64 just with good camera. Also, the game has such a weird aesthetic, like, there's so many, like, just, I don't know, the textures are so strange, and some of them almost feel like placeholder textures, and some of them just... There's such a mishmash. It's a very N64 game, put it that way. Give me your milks. I think we're good. Yeah, anytime reviews start blowing up around a game, I usually just have to mute the game's name and also the word review on Twitter. I just do not want to be involved at all. It's always dumb. There's a ROM hack of Mario 64. Oh yeah, I heard about that. People are fast these days with those meme hacks. There's a fidget spinner hack too, which I wish did not exist, but of course it does. Oh wait, hold on. I think I can show you that video now. Okay, hold on. I don't know how good this is gonna work. Let me just throw that into the viewer. This is the hardest question. Wait, let me mute that. Oh, fuck. Let me shrink you! At least stretch it to fit the fucking... Fit the screen, there we go. Let me put that below chat, there you go. She makes you eat a frog! It's a live frog, it's hopping! And you just eat it! You just whole hog eat it. And she's like, thank you, you're so nice. She makes you a pumpkin pie, so she's a lot less creepy than Nina. I'm not sure what's going on with Nina. Yeah, everyone offers you food. And Anne gives you the auto harvester or something. Sorry, failed. Your face explodes. Eve gives you booze, of course. Which is expected. I'm not sure Maria gives you anything. Even if you don't believe... Yes. She doesn't give you anything. Fruits of the Slytherin. Oh yeah, and you have to bring a fish, by the way. You bring a fish and you get a berry of power tree from there. I don't know if you saw that because the screen was being weird. But yeah, then you just pick a partner to dance. There's a few things where you pick a partner to dance. And I probably should have picked Maria or somebody that I didn't have a good relationship with. Because your wife does not... Your wife gives 0 intercourses if you dance with somebody else. So you can just date everybody. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all there is other than the dancing. But that's also the same day that the Berry of Power Tree thing happens. How do I remove this? Also, was that really loud when I put it on for the first time? Oh no, I moved this out of the way. Aw. Moving sources in OBS is tricky, and even worse when you're, one more. There we go. Oh no! Even worse when you're on RDP. There we go. Okay. It was a little bit... Yeah, it starts off at full volume, which I can't even... Nah, whatever. Wait. Thursday. I did all my stuff, right? Sorry, I have the attention span of, like, a goldfish. Alright, we're fine. There's a little bit of snow on the porch chair. No one ever uses that chair, by the way. Actually, I think maybe one of your wives does. But Anne is just usually fiddling with her machine. What snow? I can hardly wait for spring. That's almost a sentence. Good job. It's getting colder day by day, but how are you doing? I'm doing fine, thank you, weather person. It'll be fair tomorrow. Such a nice weather lady. Oh yeah, and in 64 there's even like dramas and stuff on the TV. And like I forget exactly what it is, but one of the shows is like an entertainment channel. One of them's like, I forget exactly what they are. I need to play that again. Yes, X-Bone. Wait, what time? I think I just checked the time. We got about a half hour. I'm gonna take a real quick break here, and I need to refill my drink here, so my voicey voice doesn't go out here. I'll be back in just a sec. I'll let you listen to this though. There you go. Alright, I'm back. Switch this back down. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I cooked burgers on my stovetop for the first time today. They came out actually really good. I think I should be over here. Yeah. I've never done that before, and I've always been worried about, you know, wrecking them or something. And they came out really good. They tasted great. They were pretty ugly to look at, but they tasted great. I meant to make them. I was trying to go for more like medium well, or you know, just biased towards not giving myself food poisoning because I don't know what I'm doing. But they came out about medium, pretty pink in the middle. But they tasted fantastic. Very ugly. I didn't melt the cheese quite right, but it still tasted great. And I tried to toast the buns. What I did wrong, well, for one thing, my stove has two options on the burner I use. It has one where you just light the middle burner. Like, it can act as a big burner or a big one or a little one. Can't words. Someone go tell Sick in chat that he's a good girl. I think he needs to know that. So I didn't cook right at first, or like the pan just heated up really slowly. So it took longer than I expected. So that's probably why it wasn't as burnt as I thought. Or not burnt, but you know, cooked. But it tasted really good, and threw some Colby Jack cheese on there. Or pepper jack cheese, the stuff with little peppers in it. Really good stuff. I even toasted the buns in some butter. Like I said, everything was all pretty ugly, but very tasty. And I'll definitely take something ugly and tasty over something beautiful and nasty to eat. So I'm pretty proud of myself. It's not really something that's like hard to do or anything. It's just I always figure I'll screw everything up. Alright, I think we got everybody situated here. Sick had a little freak out moment. What was going on? I haven't really been in the Discord today. I actually found out if my phone is in a different room while my air conditioner is on, it will not wake me up. So I'm glad I learned that on a Sunday instead of on a weekday. I told him he was a good girl. Oh, good, thank you. Alright, we have plenty of pieces. I think that only goes up to like 999 pieces. But even if you have max cows, I think that's fine for a winter. Has Sick... I don't think Sick has been in any of our Harvest Moon streams. I don't think he knows he's a cow. Let me tell him. Grab this link. Did Muxybot... Hey, son, did Muxybot ever actually post my link? I think I need to disconnect it and reconnect it. Hey, why are air conditioning so rare in Europe? It seems like I've heard that like people don't have them because they don't need them, but then every single summer I hear people complaining. It's like, I don't know. We need them pretty much all summer, and I guess you only need them a few days, but... Muxybot did post? Oh, okay. Weird, because it didn't post anything yesterday. Muxybot sucks. Whatever. Also, I think you can have like 12 chickens in this game. It's usually 10, I think. Oh, this reminds me, I do have the PlayStation 1. I can play the PS1 Harvest Moon as well. I could stream that. Because I have that on my Vita, and I think I can transfer that save over to PS3, so it'd be a bit easier to stream. But I can stream from the PS TV as well, but... pretty much the same thing. I don't have to swap memory cards if I use... I've actually found the best way I use my PS TV is, That's basically just the console version of the Vita. What I do is I just use a single memory card, and I just turn off my Vita every time I want to switch. I just put my Vita memory card in the PS TV, and then it acts basically like... It's just like continuing off. I don't have to transfer save files or worry about anything. But yeah, the PS1 one is pretty cool too. It's kind of disappointing when the weather's not good on Sunday. And snow isn't really any different from not snow. You just said, I'm aware. Huh. Wait, what day is it? Sunday. Let's go to church and see. I wonder... Oops. Oh, that's not a running clock, is it? I googled what time is it so I could tell what time it is because the stupid clock on Windows isn't working. It's not a reliable clock, though, because it doesn't keep counting up. Let's go to churchy church. No one came to church because it's raining. Or snowing. A day like today, it's good to think of your life a little seriously. Oh no, I shouldn't do that. I've complained a little unconsciously, but... Well, that's what I do anyway. You saying you're not taking my life seriously? Have you seen my bank account? I have like $18 billion. I could buy and sell your sorry ass. Think you're tough. I just want to see if we can get to the next festival here. 24th. I think we can just barely get to that, especially if I skip some full cycles getting milk. Or actually, I think milking makes the cows happy. So I think I probably shouldn't skip that. I don't actually really think I need the money. But I just kind of want to make sure we get to that next event. Hello, chicken. Oh yeah, and later Harvest Moon games, you can kind of hire the elves. The little harvest... I think they're harvest gnomes or something. You can hire them to automatically do certain things on your farm. So, like, they'll automatically water a certain amount of crops or feed cows to some degree. Oh yeah, I hate... What the fuck? Why are you sick? I fed you! Did I not feed that cow? Did I forget to feed? I don't think I did. Why are they getting sick? Is it just because it's winter? I don't recall ever having cows get sick this often. Am I just being neglectful in my old age, or what's going on? Let me see if they give milk. Okay, they give milk, so I must have fed them. Why are you sick? I think I'm just having crap luck. Look at him mew right across the floor like that. I already brushed these. Weird. I guess there is some oddly mixed stuff. There's a trumpet in my right ear. But this song is better mixed than the other ones. Excuse you. They look like freaking zombie cows when they're sick too. Like, it looks really intense. In Harvest Moon DS, you unlock the fishing sprite and you have to pay the bottom part of the beach to the chest. Really? Huh. I guess Harvest Moon's never been completely free of bugs. Sick is sick! It's because we made fun of him on Twitter. So I'm gonna yell at him in Discord. Okay, good. I've informed the afflicted parties to stop being sick. Did I milk you? No, sit still. Alright, we definitely have to feed this one. Alright, is it... Ah, it's a Sunday, too! This is why I always buy medicine in advance. You never want to wait. Excuse me. Goopy throat. I've been petting Parker way too much today because Parker loved the Mediacom guy. He loves almost any new people. A few people he's scared of, but oh no, I don't have a thing. Oh, I forgot to buy more medicine after oh damn it. Because yeah, I had to buy 3, and I think it was ugh. Whatever. All right, let's go get medicine for sick. Of all the cows to get sick. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, but Parker just loved the Mediacom guy. It was just meowing for attention and swirling around both of us, and I had to pet him a lot. I also brushed him, which just gets fur everywhere. Hello. Excuse. So I think she must be at 4 hearts because she gave us a thing. Ugh, I wish we would buy multiple ones of this. And you can only make 2 trips outside of the farm before it's 6 o'clock. Because it takes 2 hours to get anywhere, and it takes 2 hours to get back. And there's only 12 hours in a day. Yeah, Harvest Moon DS felt weird to me. It kind of felt like going back to being like a bit too simple, like, well, like this game. And I don't know. I just never got really too far in it. I don't know, it just felt like it needed more structure or something. But then on the other hand, I feel like some of the other ones are just too complicated. So there's only one that's sick, right? You're good. Alright, let's make sure we buy more medicine after this. I mean, simple can be good, but it just wasn't what I was looking for at the time. I do miss having the gnomes do stuff like auto-feed. It's nice to not be able to mess up something like that. Do cows actually wag their tails? Anytime I touch Parker, I'm not like super allergic to cats, but anytime I get too much Parker fur on me, it does bug my allergies for a bit. Also, I did have a nice setting and enjoyed the art. The other thing is, like, it just looks like Harvest Moon. Oh, hey! Big milk, finally. Wow. Big milk before the end of the first year. This might be a first for me as well. Cows do wag their tails? Huh. Oh, it's as though they're getting irritated. Oh, yeah, I think... Oh, there we go. I think, like, horses do that to, like, kill flies and stuff. Speaking of Parker, Parker loves flies. He loves to eat them. You'll never be as proud as Parker is whenever he eats a bug. He's just extremely proud of himself. It's like, oh yes, delicious bug. And he just runs around all happy for a while. The dog eats bees. Parker fortunately does not eat bees. We don't really have bees inside though. I had a wasp once though. I got it with some raid. I got freaking a headshot to it. It just fell straight to the floor. I hate anything that flies freaks me out. Especially if it's indoors. That's why I don't like big bugs. Like if it's a fly, it's just, it's still annoying. But anything big that flies around, it has to get out of the house. That's why I don't like bats. I think it's the unpredictability. Let's check out what Ellen's thing is. Let's stillness of winter makes me calm. Yes. I just realized I have so much money I could actually buy the cake and give it to people. I think it's like... Whoa. Dang, that is expensive. I thought it was 300. I think it recovers a fair amount of stamina, too, but... It's pretty much never a good idea to buy that. Oh, it's only 3. Whatever. It's perishable, so eat it while it's fresh. Cake. Do not eat. I love how they say it's perishable, but there's no way to, like, store it or anything. So it's like, you kind of have to use it immediately. Thank you. I love raid. You could give me raid for Christmas and I would be happy knowing I could be safe from evil bugs. We don't really get so many bugs that I haven't really... I have one old can of raid and it's really all I've ever needed to use. It's special raid for like big flying things, I think. I should probably start getting ready for Kirby, shouldn't I? Monday 16th. Okay, yeah, there's no way we're getting to the next thing. Let me save this and I'll start up Kirby, I guess. Let me tweet on Kirby facts real quick. Great restore point, yes. Gotta change the community to probably a Kirby. Yes. Does anybody actually use Twitch communities? Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Kirby's Return to... Typo. Yeah, communities like let you say that you're like streaming. I don't even know exactly what the intended purpose is. I kind of tried them a few times, but I don't know. I think my game is updated on Twitch, right? Oh, where's my tweet? Hold on, I want to tweet on Kirby Facts here. There we go. All right, let me grab my Return to Dream. Actually, is it in the thing? Close software. Yeah, I was just asking if anybody actually uses the communities, and I guess the silence is deafening. I think I gotta go into Wii mode. Actually, I don't think it's on the disc. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, it should be updated. Wii menu. Oh no, I have to use a Wiimote? Wiimote, please. What was that? I don't know what I just knocked on the floor. Need a Wiimote. I hate the Wii. I hate the input methods. I hate everything about using this system. Batteries. Batteries. Start. Start. No. Why is it not starting? Okay, my thing is not... I think it's because it's not device 1. Alright, let's try turning the Wii on again by the Wiimote. I hate all of the different input methods on the Wii and Wii U. I'm so glad the Switch streamlines that. Though it still has its own sort of weird complexity with different modes. Alright, start please. No, TV only! Son of a... You can't select the TV only without the stupid... I think it wants the fucking... Ugh. I think it wants the stupid sensor bar. Alright, is the sensor bar on? I hate this console so much. Please. Please, the sensor bar is right there. What is your problem? Oh my god. Where's my other sensor bar? Why? Why would you make it so complicated to play a game console? Why would you do this? Okay, I think if I use a Pro controller. Okay. Yeah, you just have to plug in a third controller, you know, to get the Wii to work. Because it's a good console for good things. Okay. Alright, we're good. Kirby. I forget if this mode has... Does this have full screen? I think it does, so I'll probably have to change how chat looks. Alright. Please. Yes, I know. Okay. Did I tweet? I did not. Okay. Yes, I know. I will not murder my family with the Wii U. With the Wiimote, please. I'll hold it sideways. Yes, Mom. Okay? God, I hate this console so much. Good games. Very, very bad console. Alright, it is full screen, so I need to move this.